Ruined everything!
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
It's your boy Blitz.
And I'm your boy Biggity, Biggly, Iggly, Iggly, Up and Down Blur. What's up?
Yeah, all right. Yo, welcome to Game Changers Entertainment. Yo, as we do our official first review of Resident Evil. Will you stop doing that? We're going to get like a sexual content thing from YouTube if you keep it up. Anyway, sorry, YouTube. We'll blur that out or something later.
My name is Blur.
Yeah, we'll blur out blurs. Yeah. We'll take care. We'll get it in editing. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I say, welcome to our new subscribers and welcome to our existing subscribers. Thank you so much for the love. We're going to do our review, our first review of the Resident Evil Village. We already got a walkthrough and all that stuff out there for you guys to check out. This is just the official review for what we actually thought about it.
Part 1.
Part 1. You ready to get into it?
Let's get into it, sir.
Wow. Won't you? Wow. All right. Here we go. All right. So the first thing we like to cover for our game reviews, we want to cover character, because without a good, compelling character, the character themselves to anchor everything else happening around it, everything else is can fall apart. So a good character kind of makes you feel like you're actually invested into the game. All right. So Blur, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
Break it down. Character. We think about character. I'm sorry, that's a
He was okay. I mean, he was more talkative in this one, but he was still kind of the silent, don't know what he looked like, face person. So again, he got a little bit more action, like when he hit his face, when he hit his hand up against the what's the name and said, "Oh, why is this always happening to me?" But other than that, and a little bit of other like scary moments, we're like, oh, he's still. I mean, the character is okay. He's better than 7, what he was in 7, but yeah. I think they could have just gave him a little bit more of a personality in 8.
Well, we all know that they try to limit what they show you at first because they want you to kind of wait to see how the character develops. So right. I think they kind of pull in the range just a little bit to kind of make you wonder.
But he had more flavor or sauce when he was in the when you looked at the flashbacks of him dealing with his wife.
With the Baker family?
No. When he was like, when his wife was like, "Well, it's you, Ethan. We want to make all the time when he's dealing with his wife."
Yeah, he was like, "Shut up, woman! Before I slap your face."
Yeah, something like that. So, but what I'm just saying, he had more dialogue and more oomph with him doing that. But in the game, I would have liked to have
a little too stoic to you.
Yeah, a little bit too quiet.
Well, spoiler alert for those who don't know. Ethan was having a really, really bad day. The guy is like a magnet for the most horrific situations to unload. He attracted the weirdest people in the world.
So my thing is for character, I think the character, if I had to give a grade for the character, it would be about a C.
Okay.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. I think they could have went a little further.
You think he fell in the middle?
Yeah, because he, even with finding his daughter, it wasn't emotional enough for me. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like,
I see what
it was like,
saying.
like if my wife would have found a piece of my daughter, it would have been like, what? She couldn't write. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the acting could have been, I think the writing and the acting out of that character could have been better.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. So for me with the character, I think the character transferred over from 7 to 8 pretty much you got the same thing. The only difference is he had some gun training and stuff of that nature,
Right.
which made him a little more efficient with the guns and everything like that. It was pretty much the same personality from 7. So
Right.
I just saw the same person. So I would still, leave it as is, fair marking, which was about a C, a high C or B, because that's just who he was.
Right. I got you.
All right. So what about moving on to the next thing that we covered? What about the graphics and sound? Did they put you in the atmosphere of Resident Evil?
Yes.
100% yes.
100% yes.
If you see our walkthrough videos,
yeah, I'm the baby. The first very one, I'm the baby. We had technical issues that night.
Atmosphere definitely works.
The atmosphere there, the music, the airiness, the sound of the people. You can hear things, the spatial sound, how they separated it. Because, we got the monitors up. We can hear the sounds up. I have cheap surround sound in my office, Logitech, that I bought. It's been years. I haven't even replaced it, but you can still hear, when we playing, you can hear the sounds in left and right. So the way they separated the sound was awesome. The locations was awesome. I'm not one for a claustrophobic feel. And I know when you have a claustrophobic feel like you did in 7, you can do more jump scares. You can do a lot more with that claustrophobic feel.
Oh yeah, 7 was horrifying.
But for me, I like the open feel because, truthfully, and I know this genre is not real life, but in real life, you be trying to get out of that claustrophobic place. You would not be trying to stay there. So for me, for going into the village, seeing different parts of the city, from the castle to the bog to the mannequin place to the factory, was pleasing to the eye because you got to see other regions. And the sound was the music to me was okay. I'm not an audiophile head, but it brought together to the point where I was like, every time something would hit me, I was like, oh, where's it at? Where's it at?
Yeah. So for those of you who want to treat, I put on there as a special little snippet for you guys, a quick little walkthrough short. It'll say walkthrough short, and Blur is a chicken or something like that in the title. And if you guys check that out, you'll see why I said that and why I put it on there.
What do you think about it?
So for me, for the atmosphere, I think it was classic Resident Evil.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't as frightening as 7, but it definitely put you in the mood that there was some urgency going on.
Well, there is a memo out there, and people can find it, that they said that they were not trying to make this as scary as Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
They wanted more people to be able to play it.
Yeah.
But one of the feedbacks they got was too scary.
Yeah, well, if you're putting the feedback that a game is too scary, then you shouldn't be playing that genre.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
Resident Evil hit the nail on the head with 7, and that's what they're known for.
Right.
So 8 there wasn't as many jump scares and stuff like that, but it was the atmosphere with the you went down into the castle and you went into the different things. The atmosphere was there. I think they get a high grade from me on that one. So let's talk about story.
Story. You go first on this one.
Okay, so as far as the story is concerned, so far this is our first review, so we're only covering up until the second boss, which is Lady Dimitrescu. So
that's the first boss. I thought the second boss was the lady with the doll.
Oh, the doll. Yeah, I'm sorry. The first boss is Lady D.
Right.
And the second one is the doll master.
Right.
The puppet master. Yeah, you're right. I said it backwards. Okay, so that's the only part we're covering up to for our first review. Now, story-wise, you want to find out what happened to Rose. It's a little suspect. We'll cover that when we talk about tropiness, but there's some suspect things that happened, but the way that the story was progressing and it was pushing you and moving you towards this direction, you can run around the village a little bit and do what you want, but you can't really get anywhere unless you follow the story path proper.
Right.
So once you do that, I mean, the opening the gates, and you think you're there, you got to go to another section. Then there's one particular spot where you thought you made it to the castle, was about to pull a lever, and then your boy Heisenberg shows up and
foiled that whole thing.
Your boy puts an end to that. But story wise, I felt compelled by the story. It really pushed me into playing through it.
I think for me the story was good. Then one interesting part.
See, I said all that, and he said, "Yeah, the story was good."
Well, I say that.
How come?
Well, I was going to feed off what you said because, spoiler alert, we try not to do major spoilers, but in order to give you how we feel about it, we have to do
major
spoilers. So this is spoiler. If you don't want to hear what we're about to say, skip what I'm about to say. One of the plot thing is how they cut up how she disassembled the baby into these parts to keep the baby's power under check, and gave it to each one of the lords. So I think that was a good thing that you was like, wow, why was you know what I'm saying?
That was
like,
cold.
Oh, that was kind of cold,
like,
but it's so the story. I think one of the highlights for me was the fat guy, the Duke, and he was
You wanna buy some stuff, though, bro?
Not that Duke.
Oh,
but the Duke was because the mysteriousness of him. And he's so big. How does he get from place to place? He's got to be like a fifth lord or something.
Yeah, I would definitely hit you with some thoughts that we have on that.
But the story, without getting to because we have a part called tropey part. Without getting to the tropey part, I think the story was pleasant. It made you want to seek out and see what was going on. I think they did too much leading by the hand. I think some of the stuff they should have said early on in the movie in the game wouldn't have messed up the later parts of the game.
Yeah, we had to cover that in trophy.
Yeah, because some of the stuff they do, if they just say it, it'll be like, for real? It'll be like, it makes you get much more into the game.
Yeah.
But to give it to you close to the end of the game, you're like, you kind of figure it out.
Like, don't.
I mean, so for me, the story, I give the story high remarks. It's not the best story. It's a save your.
It's classic.
Right.
Resident Evil.
It's classic.
It's what you come to expect from Resident
So
Evil.
it's not
that's bad.
It's not going to be nothing new. It's not going to be nothing exciting, but the story works.
Yeah. So within story, let's talk about tropiness. Because now, for those who don't know, tropiness just means mundane, or just like just a cookie cutter, same old kind of thing.
Right.
Where you can anticipate and foreshadow what's going to happen.
Right.
Because all the other games or movies do it. All right.
Right.
That's tropey. So the problems that we were having with some tropey stuff in it is like, okay, let's take for example when they first come to take Rose.
Right.
All right. And he's taking Rose and
no, Ethan, he treated him like a
he
dog.
goes to Chris. He said, "What the heck are you doing, Rose?" And he's like, "No, Ethan, no, bad Ethan, bad Ethan." And then he turns to look at the guy, and the guys go, "Pow!" with my gun, and he's like, "Oh." Now this is the same Ethan that in the game was being attacked by giant dragon monsters, had his fingers bit off, fought 25 werewolves.
Hold on, had his hand cut off, ran up to the door, got his hand, put it back on with the water.
Fought a village full of werewolves, survived that mother with a flaming arrow in his leg.
Hold up, and survived the baker. Hold on, survived the baker.
And this dude just walked up and was like, "Hey, excuse me." And he's like, "Oh man, you hit me really hard with the butt of that gun." I mean, knocked him out long enough to put him in the van and go for a ride an hour away. I mean, come on, dude.
Can I add something to that?
Hit your trophy.
My trope is that they never tell Ethan what he is.
Yeah.
And you already kind of get a glimpse of what he is in 7, but it really plays a part of why Ethan is able to survive everything he's encountering. And I think if they would have told him what he was, I think it wouldn't have added nothing, no more spoilers to the thing. It's like they always hide it what he is.
It was a big shock dropper to do. We'll cover in our second review because that covers the last part of the game. But I mean, now the main tropiness that got me is a classic Resident Evil trope, where when he first made it to the house and saw the dude with the shotgun, and the dude handed him a pistol, and he was like, "What I need this for?" And he said, "They're coming."
Yeah, and no, easy. These werewolf things are coming.
Yeah, werewolves are coming to get us. And he would be like, "What? Werewolves?" Maybe he would have took it a little more serious.
Right.
He was like, "Look, these don'ts are real. The creatures are coming and blah, 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 blah." And maybe because, right before that, he seen something bust through the wall.
Right.
And so he would have been like, all right, he would have took it more serious, been more alert. But he was like, "They're coming." And he's like, "What? Can you explain?" Ethan was trying. You got to give him credit. What are you talking about? What is happening right now?
What is coming? What is happening? What am I about to face?
And
what is trying to kill us?
Before he says that, it comes to the roof and grabs him. Now, the big problem I have, when I'm talking tropiness, I'm talking about the teleportation aspect of it. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm explaining it to you. Spoiler alert for those who haven't played the game yet. Well, not a spoiler really, but so once the guy gives you the gun, a lichen, I'm not gonna say where, if a lichen grabs him, pulls him up into the roof, and you're standing right there and you can't see anything.
You see blood dripping down.
Which is trophy right there, classic horror movie, B-movie stuff. And then one reaches through the floor, it clears day, it's a lichen on him. He's like, "Oh crap!" pulls him into the basement, the floorboard, or
right.
if not the basement, the crawl space. Okay, either way, basement or crawl space. I take either one. Pulls him down into it. As soon as he pulls down, he jumps up like, he didn't pass out or nothing. Jumps up. What happened? What happened? There's no lichens whatsoever.
Right.
No one's down there with him but a bunch of dead bodies.
Right.
Right. And if you see our walkthrough, we go up to one of the bodies and you see that character because I make a comment about it. And then as I go, and as I turn my face from him and start, advancing under the thing, then that same character drops in front of me. And then when I look up, I see a lichen in the distance chewing on the body. And then another lichen pops right here. If you don't know what lichen I'm talking about, the lichen that bites your 2 fingers here.
Right.
Just pops out of nowhere. He was not there a second ago because we looked all around there. And then, now here's the real part. He grabs you and throws you through the wall. And when you come out the wall, you hit the ground and you look up. And then once you defeat that lichen, you walk back into the room where he threw you. And it's inside of a kitchen.
Right.
So how were you pulled under the house, thrown through a sidewall, and then when you look at the sidewall is leading completely different building.
And you got to realize this too. You're talking about you was thrown from underground. So it wasn't like so he had to throw you through the floor, through the kitchen, through the wall, and you land on the ground outside, and when you go back, there's no hole, there's nothing.
I want to see that from a third-person perspective with the third-person mod. And the third-person mod that came out, I want to see it from there so they can explain how you go from a basement to a kitchen.
Then they'll never to tropiness when they knock out Ethan, and then Ethan he wakes up in the snow, no tracks. We don't know how the van got there.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of stuff that I think would have been easier just showing how they got there, like showing something attacking the van.
Then again, it's classic Resident Evil, but we feel like it's lazy writing.
It's lazy writing
because they just put you in a situation, and then you're there, and it's nothing. They don't explain. It's no A, B, C. It's just A and C.
Right.
So, which is how Resident Evil does it. So
right.
Anyway.
So that's to us right now is where we're going to stop it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We could say now. Hold on. We will say this: the first 2 boss fights were good. I'm just mad at the fact that Lady D was not. I mean, I understand the marketing and the way the internet took off with her. I understand that.
Yeah,
but I think she should have been more than what they. Even if she would have just followed you around from house to house.
It was bittersweet.
It was because
I felt bad.
It was because you killed. You do some things in the castle. You have to defeat her, but it's like after that, D is dead. You like.
Yeah. You like. I just felt like walking down to the videos like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. So I feel like I just took out the baddest of the baddest. And another tropey thing with that, let me throw this one more trope real quick. We're going to run out of time. I'm throwing this trope real quick. So when it says there's a knife that can defeat her ability that she got from the Callaloo was healing. She can regenerate. That's why she's so big from regeneration, right?
What is it called?
The Callaloo.
Callaloo. Is it called?
Yeah,
Callaloo?
wasn't that the thing they was eating on the Cosby Show?
No.
That Caribbean dish? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The little baby, the little embryos.
It's the parasite. Or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't think of the name right now.
The little thing they do to affect you. So there was only one knife in the entire universe that would work on her, which happened to be on the castle grounds. All right, so you go get it, and the second you get it, she's on you, and you like, you stab her, and she throw you through the wall.
Spoiler alert.
And the knife drops off a cliff, and you never see it again.
And it's a better knife than what you had. That could have replaced the knife you had to kill the lichens because that thing had magical ability.
I know. Well, it's gone now.
Yeah.
And then, but look, the boss fight with Lady D was great.
Right.
The boss fight with the Puppet Master was a.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this now. But the Puppet Master, that dumb baby.
Oh, the baby.
Get in my belly. The belly. The baby wanted you to get in his belly. Get in my belly,
baby. The other white meat.
I don't know what color that baby was. But
I like baby.
Not that baby. But
yeah.
So
that was freaky. That's probably the freakiest part of the game.
Yeah, it was. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop it right here because we got part 2, and we don't want to keep drag out this video here.
Yes.
So do us a favor. I hate to do the YouTube stuff, but we have to do the YouTube stuff.
I don't hate to do it.
Please give us the HBO special. What is that, bro?
Help a brother out.
Help a brother out. That means please subscribe to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some thumbs up. Bing. And share.
Yes.
Share. And comment down in the comments about which fight did you like. Did you like Lady D fight? Or did you like the Puppet Master fight? Which board did you like? Because don't get me wrong. Lady D-Boy was fun because you had the 3 girls you had to fight.
Oh yeah, I whooped them.
You had the and the way you fought them.
Whooped them extra.
And then, but the psychological point of the second boss fight.
Yeah.
Was like when you get on the grounds and the flowers,
the puppet of your wife,
and the flowers get into your system, the pollen.
And when you come to the room the second time, you hear your wife's voice, and then you see her walk through the tinted glass, and you run out there, and then next thing you know, you get. Yo, that was the look. To the right, Capcom, y'all sick people.
Yes.
Capcom, you sick.
So do us a favor, write in the comment which ones you like, which boss you like, D or the Puppet Master, and do us a favor, man, to share it. We're growing. Thank you to our current and new subscribers.
Thank you.
Y'all rocking. Got in the comment section, so get in the comment section, and we will be bringing you part deuce next week. So this is your boy Blur.
This is your boy Blitz.
And we played Village! And we'll GCE you what? Later. Peace out, people.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for rocking with us.
Rockin'!
Deuces! Lady D.
What's up, baby?
She's a brick.
House.
What? She turned to a bat and a shot in the back. Ain't turning nothing back.
She's up. She was a brick house.
She was a brick house.
Until we killed her. See you later, guys. Peace.
Lady D.